Good morning, Wellmore. This was, it's a project that was created in order to celebrate the heritage of the Carnival in Moretonhampstead. The youth group were involved with an organisation called Daisy, a local arts organisation, and a really lovely artist called Monica Shanta Brown came to the youth club and did workshops with the children at the youth club. Another organisation who have been key are Med Theatre, and they've done some workshops with young people and with women, looking at identity and the way the carnival has changed over time. And then there's been a wonderful amount of reminiscence work done by the History Society with local people being interviewed, and lots and lots of photographs and old film footage has been collected. All the different parts of the project and then the carnival itself has been filmed to create a film about Moretonhampstead Carnival. So that's the Carnival project.
Was instilled into people from the very youngest days. The carnival was like the magic day of the year. It was the big day of the year for Morton.
I remember building a huge, not I didn't do it, the mothers did it, a huge shoe, cardboard, made out of cardboard, for the little woman who had so many children, you know, who lived in a shoe. That was down at the sawmills. It was built down there.
The biggest employers at the town, in the town through the 70s were the sawmills, the Dartington Timberworks sawmills in Court Street, and they, for example, would close the entire week. People wouldn't just take the day off, they'd take the whole week off.
As I guess if you were born and brought up in Morton, Carnival was a tradition, and back in the day, Carnival was the big event of the year. And as children, I'm sure it's the same for you, Joe, we were brought up with Carnival from babies, being entered in baby shows, then fancy dress, carnival floats, that sort of thing.
You didn't get a choice. Do you want to go on the float? You went on the float.
That's it.
And that's how it carried on, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Year after year.
Yeah.
And then you get older, you become a bit more involved, and then you join the committee, and you know. So this is my 42nd year on the committee.
My 23rd.
We usually start planning things from about February.
It's just on the road closure application. Tim.
Insurance, that all needs to be planned, even down to bins. You know, ordering bins from Teambridge, road closures. Yeah, it's just a lot of emailing going on, you know, behind the scenes, and then it all coming together, and it does.
40 years ago, the local policemen would do it all. Like there were 3 of them probably. They would do all the arrangements and get phone calls, and it will be sorted. Now they're very good. You've got to apply to Devon County Highways and get a road closure 3 months in advance. You've got to give them 12 weeks notice. They do a special deal for carnivals and local events. If you don't do that, you can't close the road.
The procession has to be the best bit, especially when it all runs smoothly. Now I am involved, you know, and there's no hiccups there. And just seeing how, you know, getting then feedback and how everybody's enjoyed it, which is great. But even down to the coffee mornings, you know, you've got an older generation which you generally support that, and they'll come along, and it's usually the same crowd, and they come and they're having a natter, and you know, you've got the cakes, and I love that. I love being on the cake stall and selling the cakes, and hearing like everybody chit-chatting and just catching up. So that's nice when they all come together.
out. We get people come from miles around who come back to Moreton to see the carnival, and it's lovely to go out and see people we've not seen for years, or maybe 12 months ago, and everybody comes back for the carnival.
I grew up here a long time ago, and I've been coming back ever since. Other places have carnivals, but this one I think is pretty special. Tradition, I think, has been going on a long time now, and it follows the same pattern. It's not quite so well supported these days as it used to be, but it's still pretty special.
The atmosphere is really like cheerful, and everybody's friends to each other. It's really fun to see this like happening, because I come from a big city, so you don't see much of like people interacting with each other. Well, I feel connected because of my origins, because my mum was born near here and she lived all of her first 20 years here. So yeah, I feel connected to this place, yeah. It's just fun because you can be mad for one day.
Well, my name is Geert Jan van Vliet, but as no one seems to be capable of saying my name here, most people in town know me as Tom. Well, I came for the first time to Moretonhampstead just by accident in 1988. Then came here on a regular basis, just visiting. And on a certain moment someone said to me that I should be here with Carnival, because that was something special. And that was 1996, the first time I came here with the Carnival. And since then I've been here every year. Because it's something unique. It only, the way that it happens here, it has always been quite unique to my idea.
Much larger places have lost their carnivals. It might be because they're not so together as a community. People coming here do still talk about Moreton's community being strong.
Every year you come to the carnival and you don't think it can get any better. I mean, last year was a prime example. You know, after COVID and the carnival came back, and it was just amazing. The crowds and that, where do they come from? One minute there's hardly anybody there, and the next minute you can't move. This was the main man at the time, this Lionel. It doesn't show it in that picture, but he used to have a French bulldog on a little trolley stuffed. They used to pull it around, absolutely amazing. In 1976, the year I started, I think Lionel collected something like £35. And it was my first year and I came second. And after that, the rest is history. It can be as much as 600. Last year wasn't very good. Of course, it's getting more difficult. People don't carry cash. So I don't know how financially carnivals are going to get on. If cash disappears, where are we going to go then? We don't have card machine. Yeah.
I have been asked to create a mural, a kind of, well, it's going to be two now. We're going to have one section outside and one section inside. Got that wall. The attention shouldn't all be going out in that direction, and it should somehow be weighted back into this space. Yeah. Drawing on the experiences of these young people's sense of connection to rural life and being from Moretonhampstead, and their sense of identity within their community, and exploring how carnival is an aspect of that.
Right, in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere, I like that phrase.
Yeah.
Is Moretonhampstead a good place to be?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's a very nice place to be.
It's the best place in the world.
Yeah. It's the best place in the world, so you live in the middle of nowhere and it's the best place in the world. I envisage this being a combination of paint and print and digital image together. Carnival is a manifestation of the identities and culture of the place in which it's happening. Today I would like them to start generating their own images, and we will be doing some drawings and we will be doing some printmaking. There was a theme emerging that they're aware of their environment and how it's being impacted by more global issues. And then Carnival, they very intuitively started drawing a great big map of the route of Carnival and all the things that happen at Carnival, and they've done lots of doodles around that. So I'm beginning to get a sense that this is going to be a map that sort of it's zoomed in on Carnival and in Moretonhampstead, which exists in the middle of nowhere in the sphere of the whole global issue of the climate and climate change. My second session with them, we were doing some printmaking, and the colours they chose for their inks and the colours they chose for their papers I thought were quite interesting, and looking at them together I can see that feeding into the colour palette, particularly of the one inside.
We're going to be painting a mural about Carnival, and I want to paint the Carnival Queen.
Today is mainly about painting the background colours. It's going to be there in the churchyard, and if you look at the colours of the churchyard,
we could blend them in.
It would be nice if it kind of picked up on that, so it looked good being outside. Part of the reason that they last outside is they don't come off. So that's another thing. Don't get it on you. Yeah, because when you make a piece of work for outdoors and you put it up and it's like it always was there, you know you got it right.
Yeah, it's a nice green that matches with its surroundings.
Coming back, or is she busy? Thank you. Okay. Bigger or smaller or whatever. Side, but the other one's going to
Oh wow.
Oh, that's nice.
I like painting.
A nice black wall board.
Yes.
Oh, that's all right then. Other things that you see people like. Oh, in which case you need to turn around. Does that make sense? It's going to go over the edge. It's got a float shape. It carry right on out of the 22 side.
She said she doesn't mind.
Great. Right. Yes. Let's put a bit of it on here. And yeah, don't play with that.
I want to show the pizza. It's
wow.
A cloud.
On the different ones, and we're going to have different versions of things.
Should we count to a particular number whilst
That's all right. Oh, about, and that's all right. Colour. Great. Oh, you're doing very well.
Oh yeah, you don't need very.
Yeah, that's good.
Right. Okay. And you could.
I have used corks to prints. I've used prints to do things on a big wall. I have also mixed colours together.
I think using like prints to paint on that wall. We did the printing for the carnival. I think it's a pizza because they have like all of that food there, like candy floss, donuts, hot dogs, and pizza. I think we're lucky to be in this place because so many things are going on that we can be part of.
I kind of had to allow myself to let it evolve because it was very much about interpreting what they gave to me and to be a sort of channel for that. Interspersed in there are prints done by the young people who were participating of all the things that are to be found at Carnival.
And here is a map of Moretonhampstead with all the different things happening and going along the street using the prints that the young people made and all the things that you can find to buy and eat. They were quite interested in what you can eat. So we have Moretonhampstead, again a map, and we move to Dartmoor, and then we've got a sense of the whole globe and the universe beyond. And again, prints of different species to be found in and around Dartmoor and Moretonhampstead. So this is where we've come to, and it was my job to make it all come into one coherent whole, and I hope I've achieved it.
How many people have you got to do this float? Is it just what's in this room, or is there?
Well, at the moment it was three of us, so that's where it started, three. And the more people we can get, the less time anybody has to do, really, so that would be the ideal thing.
There are 4 children to go on the float this time, so there will need to be some structural work done on the float as well to accommodate 4 kids. And then once you've got a theme, then we can work around that with the dresses or the costumes or whatever.
We were thinking like Arabian Nights or like fairy or something like Jasmine from Aladdin, and yeah.
Vibrant and bright colours, that's what she liked.
A bit of a responsibility, but on the whole I'm very proud that my daughter Senan is going to be the Carnival Queen this year.
So we went into school and I didn't know it was going to happen, but one of my friends told me, and then I was like, oh my gosh. So then I went into the hall and they were like asking me questions, and yeah, they asked me like what my favourite colour was and how I waved and stuff like that.
I was one of the 2 judges. You've got some children that are automatically wanting to be the front of everything, and other children that aren't, are a bit quieter, and mum and dad probably want them to be part of it more than they do. But on the whole, once they're sitting in front of you, they all join in. We asked them obviously what colour they would like. This year we had some really good colours. They didn't just say blue and red and white.
So I do like the whole rainbow. I like them pastel, and I also like the oceany colours like ocean blue and ocean green, and like some aquas too.
I don't know how you really choose. You just look into their little faces and you just know that they're the ones really. There's no logic whatsoever.
I'm going to be the fairy queen or the carnival queen or whatever you really want to call it.
She has been an attendant prior to this year, 2023, and she really enjoyed that, and it was a fabulous experience for her. It is a big thing, and I think having a carnival where people can come and get together is still quite a magical thing. Yeah, there is a lot of work involved. Yeah, I think it's going to take from now until Carnival to get it sorted. It's 8 weeks.
30 years ago this year, my husband and our 3 little boys blew in to Moretonhampstead, and it was February, and we live opposite the Century. We didn't know anything about the carnival, and I woke up one morning in August, looked out of the bathroom window to see a fair set up in the Century opposite us. I immediately went into panic mode and thought, oh no, there's a fair, it's going to be noisy, it's going to be on late at night, all night, it's going to attract undesirable people, and I was worried. You know, lock up the windows, lock up your kids, don't go out without shutting the windows and bolting the doors. Well, little did I know that the people who run the fair were the loveliest people ever. There were never any problems from our point of view, living right opposite. We used to go over there, and I'm pretty sure there were dodgems in those days. We do the dodgems, My own particular favourite was the shooting. Loved it. Went there year after year. I loved the big wheel. Had a fantastic time there. And apart from the actual carnival day, the fair closed always by 9:30. I never needed worry about anything. It was wonderful.
It's not actually too much to do on the day, as in setting up, you know, pop up a couple of gazebos and yeah, so it's quite straightforward.
It's going to be fine.
Are you counting?
Yeah, I got 44 including what's in the fire.
I thought more.
Look then. We'll go have a look.
And when it pops, Mummy and Daddy give you £5. Okay? There you go, big fella.
Well, we're trying to make people aware of what's happening with the library and the fact that it's been closed, and that is for the foreseeable future, as has been said, and we are very worried that unless we do something, it may never open.
This is Find the Hidden Treasure. You pay £1, you put your name and telephone number on the card, you choose your square and you put your card on. And at the end of the day, somebody has already chosen the winning square and they will win money and a lovely bottle of wine.
Hopefully with face painting, should the weather allow it, whatever they want really. I'm hoping dragons, superheroes and princesses.
Roar! Like a dinosaur.
Like a dinosaur.
And he breathes out fire.
It's looking promising, isn't it? I think if it is going to rain, it's just going to go through quickly, so hopefully it will be fine. And it's never the wrong weather, it's always the wrong clothing. So, you know, bit of rain, so what?
We've got Biscoff, Cherry Ripple, Honeycomb, which are all three are award-winning gold ice creams at Taste of the West. And then we've also got a traditional vanilla, a Malteser and a mint choc chip.
That's real hard.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Has anybody done it yet? No. Best biscuit catcher.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely go for that one.
So tipped out. See?
Oh, you're looking at the wrong person.
You're really going to catch this one. See? They're not all here. He just wants to go and see everybody else's dog. Go!
Just checking the VAR.
Sir, would you like to come in, please? This has been a really hard decision because they're all really amazing dogs and we've all worked really hard with them and they all look fantastic, good condition, everything. But first, and champion, and with a cup, goes to this gentleman. There we go. And the dog's called Charlie. And runner-up is Paddy. What a beautiful dog he is too.
To be fair, you can go for
Years ago, myself and Andy Moore, who's sadly not with us no more, we had an idea to do this this event at this fete. So Andy was going to do a putting, or sorry, pitch and putt sort of competition with golf, and I was going to do a football thing. Andy unfortunately passed away, so I just thought I'd carry on and do this really. That's a 10 already. What up?
Oh, the cameraman!
Ready? You put up on it.
Please, can you make your way back into the ring?
We usually have assistants. They're here somewhere, they're drinking probably.
I've already picked
Well, look, because she ran so fast.
Hope you break your legs.
We had a gazebo, but it blew away, so we've made a makeshift sort of car event. Today we are just here doing some pop-up drop-in sessions where we're going to ask people sort of what some of their memories are, or stories or things that they feel is important to them about Carnival, and we can either put these on and make together a bunting of all these memories. We've got some instruments that people want to record, a little jingle and a recording of their memories, and a camera for the same sort of things. And then if we've got a big enough group, we've got some drama exercises to bring Carnival to life in more of a physical way.
Oh, so close, Rory!
Med Theatre is nothing to do with medical. It stands for Manhattan and East Dartmoor Theatre.
Today, we won't work here too hard since most of you are in school. But we are here to talk about something very special, which is Moretonhampstead Carnival. The history of Moretonhampstead Carnival, the present day Moretonhampstead Carnival, and also, which is why you guys are so important, the future Moretonhampstead Carnival.
We are working with 3 different groups of people. We're going to be working, we have already been working with young people, and we're going to do a bit more work with them at the youth club. We are working with a group of women who are come to my Mothers Who Make group, and which is for mothers who identify as creative people. And then the final group is intergenerational, we call it, but basically people of all ages, families often, because that really is a sector of people who attend Carnival and embrace Carnival. So we are also going to be doing some workshops with them. What we really want those workshops to explore is what people's feelings are about Carnival, what they know about Carnival. We had a lot of fun with the teenagers a few weeks ago exploring that. They didn't want it to be too serious. They just wanted a bit of fun.
Just like, it's a bit of fun, you know, and then you get to like dress up and go on a float and show off.
Are you taking part, my love?
Yes, please.
All right.
She's too cheap.
The winners from the previous year are the ones who will set the course for the current year. They go out and decide on a route and then drive that route and pick up the answers to a number of questions. So, for example, at the house name, we might do an anagram of a house name. Waiting for people to come back in who've been out on the car social run, and then we'll mark their papers, and from that we'll deduce who's the winner.
We allow well today we've allowed 7 hours, but usually we say 4 hours. But as an example, Shirley and I left at 11 last year, and we got back about 27. Good. We're glad somebody's arrived.
Well, I was going to say we're the only ones, so we're bound to have won, aren't we?
We've had the most entertaining day.
It went on for hours.
Are you all right? You found your way then?
Well, yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go with it, John.
Okay.
For the what may be obsolete in a digital age, they've just put tel box for telephone box. Is that all right?
Thank you everybody for taking part. Hope you enjoyed it. I can't tell you how many times we've had to scrutinise the top 3 papers because there's 1.5 points between all top 3. Oh. So the winners this year with 100 points are the Abominables. Oh, no!
Very appropriate name.
That's because we were driving in a Yeti.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done, girls.
Second place with 99 points are the team Are You Sure It's This Way?
We're very thankful. Too many times.
And in third place, with 98.5 points, are the Damnation one.
Oh, there we are.
Thank you very much.
Busy as last year.
Comes from various BGA approved game dealers and generally all locally sourced though. We try and not go out the county. All the venison is all local produced, locally shot.
We've got our full range today. So Papillon, the Ruby, Carabas, Admiral, Double Damson, Slow, Dartmoor Classic, Mariposa and the Absinthe. All made about 100 metres from here, yeah.
We've got a selection of brownies and blondies, rocky roads and cookie pies, based in Moretonhampstead, and a selection of muffins as well. Same with brownie cakes. So it's made at my house, in a little kitchen, just by myself. So I've been doing it for a few years now, about 3 years since lockdown. I kind of started it up, and then started it off from there really.
Hi, I'm Angus from Dartmoor Beef and Lamb. We farm out near Fernwood Reservoir. All our cattle and sheep run on the common, Chegford Commons, out by the Warren House Inn. And there's some of our products today. We sell it.
Right, as you can see, we're Squeaky Moor Meat, which is Paul and Fiona Chudley, which is us. We've got a little small farm out North Bovey, which we're really proud of. We've got cows, pigs, lambs and chickens. So we've just got a small amount of everything so we can really look after them. And everything's slow grown, all the pigs are outside, natural, rooting about. We just try and make everything as natural as possible. So, and it comes out in the taste in the food.
There you go, that's a clotted cream.
Yeah, we're here for the food festival. We have our own premises around the corner and we're here selling our own homemade ice cream, scones, cakes, cheesecakes. We have a biscotti, which is a gold, awarded gold, with other 2 other flavours. It's one of our top sellers, and everybody really likes the biscotti.
This is a really lovely digestive. Or the
espresso martini.
which is technically a breakfast drink. I can't argue with an espresso martini being a breakfast drink.
How long do they keep for?
In your hands, about 20 minutes.
Totally natural. There's no preservatives, no chemicals in anything. It's all just dried. And obviously it's the byproduct of the human meat industry, so nothing's killed just for the dog treats.
So we sell bread, we sell cakes, we sell pastries, tarts, croissant, a little bit of everything, you know, a bit of a French angle to it. It's the first time we've been here actually, so as I said, we're normally away at this time of year, so we're not able to take part. It's not very big, but you know, small but mighty, I think you could say.
So yeah, all of our details are on the label, so you can follow us on there. We're based in Newton Abbot, which is just down the road from here, and all this beer is brewed in my garage.
I'm Joseph Bell with Master Coffee Company. I'm from Moretonhampstead, and today we're making milkshakes and lemonades. We're based down in Sloncombe, so just the other side of Moreton. We've only just started up this summer, and this is actually our second event.
It's attached to the mobile phone these days.
River Foods, if you haven't heard of us before, we are organic farmers. We've been growing for 37 years, put all of our lovely produce in cardboard boxes, and it is over to you to decide which box suits you best.
And we're open today celebrating the food festival, joining in. We've got our tables out front, so you could sit down, have a coffee, locally ground coffee, or some lovely wine. We've got sustainable wines, local beers and ciders. We've got the music going inside, and so it's all fun. Local cheeses and snacks and things like that. So all systems go, having fun today in the bottle shop.
We're here doing some Mexican burritos. We have some lovely braised beef brisket, which is from Dartmoor. We have crispy chicken, and we have some Mexican beans.
We produce cider. It's all our own orchards. It's all organically certified. So yeah, we grow, pick, ferment the apples all ourselves.
We've won the Taste of the West Gold Award for our classical soprani, and that's the recipe we use throughout the range. We use quality Belgian chocolate. We're very careful where we get our ingredients. All our chocolate comes from a cooperative, which is like fair trade. It works with the local farmers that grow the cocoa beans.
This is it, this is all I've got left. We'll have
It'll be about 5 minutes.
This is Matt. He's back just for the day. He's a Bristol guy.
We've got apple juices, some with black currant in, freshly pressed black currant, and then we've got cordials and syrups, black currant cordial and an apple syrup, and then this side we've got cider vinegars. We grow them all. We planted the trees planted about 300 apple trees, mostly Devon and West Country varieties, planted in 2009. And they've now matured, and we get quite a lot of fruit from them. And this tabbouleh is the same salad, this is Syrian salad.
We are
Lars and Margot Coffee Roasters, or should I say Lars and Margot Coffee Roasters, and we're based in Liskeard in Cornwall.
That's the decaf with the sugar. We are young baristas. We're based in Tavistock.
Thanks very much, thank you, enjoy.
And we have only been trading for about 6 months, so we're relatively new, and we came to Moretonhampstead Food Festival 12 months ago when we were doing our research and thought that looks like exactly the sort of place we would like to trade, and here we are today, selling coffee and gluten-free cakes. Fantastic, as you know. It's been really busy, really steady stream of people, lovely people milling around. The weather's been kind to us, and it's a really lovely event.
So we're selling our goat's cheese. We have a small dairy herd of goats, and we make cheese on the farm, all handmade with unpasteurised milk, so milk comes straight from the goat, and we make it into cheese. So we're here to support the local food festival. It's great. We come here most years, and we thoroughly enjoy it, get lots of sales, and the customers are really good.
It's the what's it called again? The dead-eyed
Dead-eyed.
And where are they?
Darts has been massive in Morton for a long time, as far back as I know, and then my father, he's always been involved with darts around here. Years ago, way before I was around, as far as I know, there was always a Carnival darts competition of some description. My plan is to try and get the Carnival darts going again, and we're going to do a one-day tournament, come knockout league thing, try and get as many people involved as we can, bit of money for the winners, and ultimately get some money into the Carnival. There's a good crowd of us now that do the Morton Darts League. We're involved with other leagues, local leagues as well.
So, Harry's been feeling this. Yes, brilliant idea, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Carnival this year. Yeah.
Do you want to go? The format is 501 straight start, best of 5 legs. If you lose your first game, because it's straight knockout, if you lose your first game, you will go into a separate competition then, which is the losers comp as such. So you will be guaranteed 2 games, no matter what. Obviously the prize fund is your entry money. The prize for the losers comp will be drastically lower than the main one, but it's still something to play for. So we'll start with the losers comp. So runner-up receiving an envelope with a bit of cash in it is Ollie Drew. So runner-up prize is to Tim. Thank you very much. Mr. Ben Cutmore. Thank you to everyone that's turned up, and hopefully we'll do some of them again next year.
Five.
Off we go. Your first number? 8 and 6, 86. All the fours, 44. 3 and 4, 34. 5 and 7, 57. 3 and 4, 34. 8 and 7, 87. 6 and 8, 68.
Bingo!
Carnival has always been wonderful, and I've always been involved in it in one way or another, helping out. Sometimes in the past I've shaken buckets and things like that. But I also, in my job, I've held several corporate fundraising quizzes and things for the charity that I work for. So I've kind of got involved each year now, setting the quiz, the Carnival quiz. So it's teams of 4. We have rounds like sport, music, film and TV, science and nature, geography, that kind of thing. And then we also have tabletop rounds that people can work on throughout the evening. So we have things like pictures of celebrities, who are they? I won't give too much away. We have lots of puzzly type rounds and anagrams and things like that. It's always good fun. People bring along their own drinks and food, so lots of people bring picnics and things, and there's lots of competition as to who's got the best picnic or whatever, and there's lots of banter, and it's just a really good fun night, hopefully, and hopefully everybody enjoys it. I always aim for each round to have at least a couple of fairly easy ones, always a couple of fairly difficult ones, and most of them in the middle. Sometimes I try them out on Steve, my partner, to see if he gets them. I mean, I started work on it in January, but that's just like I do like half an hour at the weekend or whatever. Or if I think of a good question, or there's a good question on, I don't know, who wants to be a millionaire or whatever, I just jot it down and think, oh, that'll work for the quiz.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we give one big, massive round of applause to the entire team who've done this brilliantly tonight.
I came to Moretonhampstead in 1939 as evacuated. I've been here ever since. I've only missed one carnival. When I was in the Air Force, I was way up north in Grantham, and I couldn't get to wake up. It was terrible. Well, I had a film show the other night. They showed these majorettes. It was down in Thompson's Yards. I don't know how many groups there were, but they had a competition. Colonel Theobald, who lived in Morton, and he had to judge them. So I was talking to him, and I said, "How can you judge it, you know?" He said, "By the straight lines. Never mind the music. The music's good, and their movement, but they've got to be in a straight line."
Yeah, but if it's a bit damp.
25 buckets and probably, what, 60 tubs, I expect? Every entry gets a couple of tubs, you know, in a bucket. Usually wooden boxes that were made, I think, by probably from sawmills or gauges. But they're a real fiddle. You've got to back them Christmas presents, it is. And they're heavy when they're cut up. It's just a tamper-proof thing that you can see it's not been opened.
There. I think that's all done now for another year.
A lot of entries this year. The whole programme's going to be full up.
Number 1 is
the marshal.
Number 2 is the band.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the fire and
Yeah.
rescue.
Number 4 is the carnival.
Carnival royalty.
Well, what do you want to put next? Shall we have a
I'd say if the invisible man is going in,
yeah, he goes in now.
to go in now. I'm on 25 here
Yes, you
with
do
Alan
25.
Bennett.
I'm just doing
On foot, Mr. Bennett being very civil.
ridiculous turbines.
Barbie Baywatch, and what's that one there? Barbie Beach Party.
Oh, right. Of course, Barbie's very topical, isn't it?
It's the
Because
film,
it's
isn't it? Just
the
a
film.
release.
Yeah.
Probably a new pink film,
There'll be a lot of inflatable chests about.
That number 37 represents a very good carnival.
There's only a couple that we slotted in there.
Yeah, I think that's really good.
Yeah,
And also, when you think you've got 99 and 100 coming up, you've got something to work on.
You've got the corners in.
So today we're still preparing for Carnival, so we've got lots of props to make. So at the moment, believe it or not, we are painting cow hats, because we do have a cow in our Carnival entry, and we're painting pitchforks, because we are going in as the Old Farmers Club. We've got a lot of farmers here at the moment, or farmers' daughters, farmers' sons, and we always think the young farmers do a really good entry, and it's always funny, they dress as women or what have you, and we thought, you know, we've got a lot of old farmers here, so why don't we go in as the old farmers? But we're going to go in as been there, done it, all the t-shirt farmers. Hence we've got a still, an illegal still, which we're going to have. So yeah, so that's why we're doing the old farmers. We've got about half a dozen people that are helping to get the props ready. Not everybody, it's not their cup of tea, but the ones that we've got are very enthusiastic. But on the day, we try and get as many residents out as possible, so we all sit outside under the poster, all dressed up, and we actually enter the carnival, but as a static entry, and we win the cup every year.
If there's electrical hookup, it does need a power supply.
Right.
Do they react to music? Yeah.
Like a power battery.
We got that neck one from the wedding.
I think that would be too big. I think that would be too much.
The other thing is, I'm away on holiday for 2 weeks in August, so I'm. You need to get cracking.
Yeah, you need to get cracking.
Yeah. I'll take this.
The general idea of Morton Carnival is a waterfall with the Queen, Prince and the 2 attendants, and there'll be a waterfall. The water comes in and down over the trailer, and then little Rosie will be sat on a leaf or a lily pad, Olivia will be sat with a horse or on a horse, whatever she wants to do, and then Leo's got like a dragon sort of thing going on, and then they'll have a bouquet, a staff and little wands, and I've drawn little wands just as a sort of, it's all just ideas at the moment. I actually don't think it will take that long. Once this is painted and the waterfall is all together, that won't take very long to make, and that will be quite easy to do. I've got an idea of that. And then the idea is that then the other mums get involved and do their little bits. But collectively we'll all decorate it and make flowers and stuff, and maybe have some fairy lights in the water as well. I think it'll look awesome.
Actually, from Bradford.
So hopefully something battery powered that's going to be loud enough to cover tractor engine, crowd, other bands, floats. Yeah, nothing too extravagant, but portable speaker, sound system, PA, anything really. Just so that we can have some music that goes with the theme.
The chairs need to be painted white, and they need to be stripped off and made green. The M&S bag there, just by Sue, is filled with holly. The other side of the headboard is plain. I was just going to paint it like a hill with a blue sky, and I don't know, maybe I could do a little hay tall rock in the background. So hopefully we'll get the river done, the chairs done, that board painted, and the other side maybe some paint put on. We're just gauging the space that we have, really. We are going to need to have about 3 or 4 times this amount anyway, because
to make it really 3D.
And this is only going to touch the side. I love it, mate. I love it. I could do this for a job.
This needs to go on like RuPaul's Drag Race or whatever, because it's just going to be so glittery.
The Queen is going to be sitting up there on the big throne. The Prince is going to be sitting on the seat a bit higher up than the attendant. My seat is the attendant seat, and then there's the younger attendant called Rosie that's sitting on a lily pad at the front. And we're having a stream running down, and one of the seats are in the stream and the others are either side and in the waterfall. I think it's the best one that I've seen.
Can I just say, it's one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do in my entire life, is to other people's children. I think a bonny baby is a smiley baby, happy baby, and that looks like it's enjoying life in general.
It's a Carnival tradition, been happening for many, many years. We were all in it. It is just a bit of fun. Some people think that it's going to be quite serious, but it really isn't. Every year there are many people who are still turning up with their babies, and God bless. So some people are turning up. I think we'll keep it going. And my youngest child is 39 today. So to be judging babies on his birthday is quite something. Along with everything else we're doing. Oh, yes.
45 years today. And then 5 years from today is my 50th, so let's see what I can do.
Carnival Day! Setting up, waiting for the roads to close, putting up gazebos, getting everybody set up with their stalls and things ready for kicking off at 10. Are you standing there? Alright, now. No. Yeah.
Okay then, who's the section? What did he do? Well, he turned a dinosaur into a bird. Okay, birdie. Wow! There's a bird, thank you very much. Okay, I'll bring it back again. So birdie. Wow! The dinosaur.
You turned it around.
Sorry? So turn it around. I'll turn it around, okay? Okay.
No, you turned that way.
I'll turn the dinosaur around. Okay.
We were here at 8:30 this morning, so yeah, I think it's going to be quite busy. About 80 probably today.
Hello.
Yeah.
So there's 5 going here, then there's 2, and then over there there's 7 floats. So we think we've got the floats pretty much right.
You don't know until they all arrive.
I think we have to blame Ryan if it's wrong anyway.
I'm going to be royal waving to everybody and my family. I have been practicing my waves. I've also brung along my dragon with me, and I am hoping to see a lot of people shouting at me and just being nice. My aunt made this custom for me, so she asked somebody to make it especially for me, and this is meant to be me right here.
Excited, proud, and exhausted.
To tighten that one.
I'm really excited.
But exhausted, but in a good way. The float's taken up quite a lot of time, but it's exactly how I wanted it to be. From the very start, the brief that I drew up, the float, as you'll see later, is pretty much exactly as was planned.
Last year, actually.
I'm meant to be secure for
It
you.
works perfectly between them.
Right? It's so difficult to get on.
A big thank you to all our volunteers who help, our very small committee. We would also like to say a massive thanks to Mr and Mrs Constantine, who have played such a big part in our community for the last 30 years. From being president of our carnival for at least 20 years, today crowning of the royalty is a nice mark of Mr and Mrs Constantine leaving Moretonhampstead at the end of the year. And Mr Constantine is going to say a few words.
We've been here for 30 years, I think it's more than 30 years now, and we've had the happiest time. Reluctantly, we're moving on in October. Now, I'm privileged today being asked to crown a young lady. I'm not sure where she is or who she is. It must be one of these down here somewhere. The Queen of the Carnival, and I'm looking forward to that enormously. Ladies and gentlemen, Moreton has now its very own Queen, and the Prince too, by the looks of it. There we go.
You can't run the Red Barrows without fuel.
You're meant to be an aeroplane driver, and you're wearing a maintenance suit. Aeroplane pilot. He means pilot.
Calm down!
went into the float and had presented and done dedication, and then it's quite amazing. So we decided all agreed on that float. A lot of hard work, dedication, and it's all handmade as well. We're all designing the pattern, and all the costumes, etc. Loads of spacer.
I've lived here all my life in Moretonhampstead, born here, and I've always enjoyed the carnival. It's absolutely fantastic, and the weather's always sunny all day, and I look forward to it. So I enjoy the floral dance and the crowning, and well, just the stalls and everything really.
Gone to pretty much every carnival since I've been born, which is 20 years. Been in it a couple of times when I was younger, and yeah, it's just an excellent thing and something to look forward to for the summer. I was a lamb when I was a lot younger, dressed up as a lamb. I don't remember it very well, but I've seen lots of photos.
I was on a float last year, and it was just a fabulous experience. I still haven't got over it really.
Very disappointed that it isn't on this year.
Oh yes, absolutely, but we'll be back next year. That's the choir. Yes, we'll be back next year, without a doubt.
I've done it every year I've been alive, so it's hard to think of them all really, but I suppose done the royal wedding and Call the Midwife, things like that, yeah. All mostly humorous things.
Well, I love to come back to Carnival because my brother used to be in it many years ago, and it's enjoyable to come and see all my friends, my school friends. I've got my school friends even from the same class as I used to be in, and that's what I enjoy.